right, and welcome to the Allure for More. And today we have the awesome Dexter Greenwald. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And he is I don't know, you can tell us about who your brand is and everything, called Visualz.
Yes. My brand and business is called C.A.L.M Visualz. It is a videographer / photography service. It stands for capturing all life's moments. We kind of like to focus on a wide variety of things rather than just kind of one specific niche.
All right. So we're going to get into more of learning who Dexter Greenwald is, his business, C.A.L.M Visualz. But you know, I like to have a little icebreaker.
Okay.
So I have more bets. Whoop, whoop. So, of course, if you haven't played this game before, there's random things on here.
Okay.
And, it's just fate. Whatever you pull, it is what it is. So let's see.
So what, I just pull something here?
Mm-hmm. And you just read it.
Okay, let's see. Name your biggest pet peeve.
Uh-oh.
Anything.
Whatever it is.
My biggest pet peeve, I'm gonna give you two.
Okay.
But
we got a list.
my first one is more like I hate when people smack when they eat their food. I hate it. Can't stand it. And the second one is a person who is lazy. When you have a talent or you have something special but you don't use it. So that would be my two pet peeves. Just laziness and smacking.
So smacking, that seems to be, a popular one.
Right.
Do you get aggravated when the fork slide against people's teeth?
Not aggravated, just kind of makes me cringe.
Yeah. I know some people get irritated with that. I know that's a crazy one.
Definitely.
So let's get into it, y'all. So tell us about C.A.L.M Visualz. And number one, I like the name. I like what it stands for.
Right.
Capturing all life's moments. Right. So tell us about, your mission.
So basically it started off as just something fun to do. Mm-hmm. I got laid off of work and didn't have anything to do. Mm-hmm. Franklin, Louisiana, is nothing really much to do there. So, and then I had a couple of friends who rapped and did stuff like that. So they're like, hey man, you want to shoot a music video? So I'm like, yeah, sure. So that's kind of basically how it all started. It started off as It's Over With Productions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
But I guess later on as we grew, it was more like, is that a professional name for what we're actually trying to do? As far as
it has a little hood,
a little slang,
a little slang to it,
So we just kind of, me and some other people, just came up with a better professional name that can fit every genre of video that you would kind of see. Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna lie, Over With Production seemed like it'll be,
it was more like music video.
Okay, yeah,
vibes, because that's how I kind of started. Mm-hmm. When I started doing music videos, but I knew I didn't just really want to do music videos. I wanted to do weddings, big company shoots, documentaries, film. Mm-hmm. So I just knew that It's Over With Productions really didn't fit everything. It was more like you say, a slang type of music video, urban type thing.
And that's important, when you think about your name, you think about your brand, you have to think bigger than just that one moment that you're doing. And that's really was very smart business wise, that you thought deeper into your brand. Even though it started out as a hobby, you thought, okay, you never know what this can take off, and become more than just that, So I love that. So tell us about, basically what you're doing now. What led you to this venture, this career in videography?
What led me to it? Mm-hmm. Like I said, it was a hobby.
Uh-huh.
I had a couple of friends who were into music. Hey, you want to shoot some music videos? Sure. Boom, boom, bam. Never really just was like, okay, this is gonna be something I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, growing up, we was acting, stuff of that nature. So it was always creative. I was always a creative person, and I always saw myself as a creative individual, and not working a 9-to-5 type job. So eventually, I moved from Franklin and I moved to Mississippi, where I had more friends who did music, and then we got into more of the club scenes to where we were shooting promotional videos for clubs and stuff of that nature. And then I just kind of got to the point where like, I don't want to do clubs. Like, this was for my partner at the time. Like, he loved the club scenes and stuff like that.
And stuff. Yeah. He was into music and stuff.
So, right. So it was kind of more of his thing. And then the money, like, whenever you we were dealing with it, it was kind of like penny pinching. So in my eyes, I was trying to make this more of a lifestyle. Like, this is what I want to do. I need to find a way where I can do this by itself and not have to work another job.
Oh,
so
that's the life. That's the dream.
Right. So I eventually moved to Atlanta and just started getting bigger clients. One of the first clients that I met was Marketing by Monroe.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about that connect. That's such an awesome. That's a major connect because she's doing her thing. You know what I'm saying?
She's the truth in what she does. Well, I went to the University of Southern Mississippi as well as she did, and her boyfriend, who I knew.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
So I met her through my homeboy Eric, and that's kind of like how that connection built.
Small world,
right?
Small world, bro.
It's crazy because I literally moved to Atlanta with knowing nobody but my roommate. And he's a like a painter, so it wasn't kind of like in the field that I was in. So moving to Atlanta, not knowing nobody, just taking that
and
step.
Just him, and then that was
right.
That. Yeah.
So at the time, like me and Eric, we were more like associates in college. We knew each other, we spoke, but it wasn't like I'm hanging with you every day. But whenever I moved to Atlanta, he kind of was like, "Yo, bro, we should link," because he's like a director and stuff like that. And I was, for me, first getting to Atlanta, it was, I need to get out there, start meeting people and trying to, build up networks.
So, we gonna get back on Marketing by, Monroe, but I want to know, what's your take on networking? Like, what, how is that? Is it uncomfortable? Like, what's your coping, like, if it was uncomfortable for you, how did you cope and how did you actually just get out there?
It's definitely, for me, before I moved, I was the type of person where I wasn't very social. Like, if I knew you, cool, you got the who I am 100%. But if I didn't know you, it was kind of just like, I don't really know you like that, so I don't fool with you. But moving to Atlanta and when I moved to Atlanta, I was doing Lyft at first, which forced me to be more social because I'm meeting. You gotta talk. I'm meeting hundreds of people a week just driving, so it forced me to be more social. It's still, I'm gonna say it's not as bad as it was when I first moved. Like, now I can get in, talk to people without feeling awkward or being scared and being like, I don't know you, I'm kind of standoffish. So now I'm a lot better with it, but at first it definitely was a like, I don't know if I really want to be doing this.
Yeah, it's crazy because networking, I just think about what, being a creative individual myself as well, like networking, I already know the importance of networking, but networking can be kind of intimidating in a sense because you kind of don't know what to say, or I don't know, it's just a weird situation. But I'm not really a quiet individual. I'm very outgoing, but when it comes to that, it's just kind of like I get reserved. So it's
because, like you said, you don't know what to say. You don't know how other people think, especially like that was my biggest thing. Like, if I didn't know you, I didn't know how you was gonna perceive me. So that made me kind of standoffish because this is like, how is this person going to really, what is this person really going to think about me? So, but at this point in time, like now, it's just like, I got to do what I got to do for my business.
Right. You got to just go in and head first.
Honestly, at first, whenever I started, I would literally not take gigs because like, I don't know this person. I'm a little scared. I'm gonna just shy off, and I'm gonna just do people I know. But it wasn't getting me the money that I needed. It wasn't allowing me to specifically just focus on this instead of having to work for Lyft and do this as well. So, yeah. But networking now it can be better, but it's definitely grown from the beginning.
Yes, growth come through. Yes. So let's get back with marketing by Monroe. I know you said that you kind of met with her through your associate from Mississippi, Eric.
Right.
So how was it like meeting her for the first time?
She's cool people. Like really, she's really like a sister to me now. From day one, she's always been cool, outspoken. She's very business oriented. She knows what she wants. It's really like she's the truth in what she does. But the vibe since day one has always been good vibes. It's never been no head button, feeling awkward. Like it's always been like a welcoming feeling.
And I feel like that's important for a healthy relationship to be comfortable amongst each other and building off each other. So you guys been doing a lot of videos, you do a lot of stuff for her.
Right.
Wow.
I can say that's kind of, she has really opened my eyes to different type of projects. Like when I first got to Atlanta, I never really thought that I'd be like, okay, well, I'm gonna be doing campaign shoots or stuff of that nature. But when you get around people who think business minded, who are motivated, who are positive, who know what they want, it just gives you a whole different feel.
Yeah, you can't, you gotta be around people who, not to talk about people who aren't in the same mindset like you, but you should always be wanting to learn more.
Right, facts.
And have people in your circle who can build you up, lift you up, and y'all can build off of each other. Right. And it sounds like that's the type of relationship y'all have.
Like we was talking about before, you kind of become like, I don't know if I can say what I can say to her. But like I said, from day one, it's always just been like a sister vibe to where if I feel something or if I want to say something, I can say it. And it's not going to be no, nah, forget that ain't right, So, yeah.
Yes. So Atlanta's been treating Mr. Greenwald right.
It's definitely I have no regrets on moving.
Okay, see, I wanted to ask about that too. Basically, would you do all of this over again, like to quit your 9 to 5 and just move, like you cold turkey, you just left?
Yep.
And you went straight forward.
And I do it all over.
Boy,
I have no regrets.
That's called faith, bro.
It's hard work. I'm not gonna sit here and say hard work because depression's real. Doubting yourself is real, but at the end of the day, like seeing the growth to where I started to where I'm at now is just like that's kind of what continues to push me to like, you can do this. Like you can really do it.
And when you think about where you come from too, because you did some videos and stuff for me, my fashion and stuff like that. Just the fact that you've been consistent, you started there, and you build your brand to be more than just a videographer. Right. Now you're doing film, like you said, you already wanted to do film. Right. You have a thespian background, all those things, and now you're bringing it into your adulthood and into your career.
Right.
So I mean, you can't lose your sight. You can't lose your sight on anything that you want to do.
And it's crazy because it's just like a lot of people are scared to go after what they want, and they might start it, but going through the journey, it's like, I don't really know if I can do this, which pushes them back into the 9 to 5s or stuff like that.
Because you feel like, dang, I need money. Like I gotta have that stability,
Right.
And I think you say this a lot, like, I put all my energy making somebody else rich.
Thanks.
You gotta invest in yourself.
And like that's one of the main things that made me really just like, all right, I'm focusing on my craft and my business personally, because you sit and say you make $12 an hour, working 10 hours a day. That's $120 when I can make $120 in 30 minutes working for myself. You can make $500 a day working for yourself, doing something that you love, rather than working for another person angry, waking up 5 o'clock in the morning, angry as hell.
Dragging your feet,
getting off work, still pissed off, losing time of your life. And it's really caused like some relationship problems like in my past. So it was just like, what is more important, money or my happiness? And I chose my happiness.
Come on. I know we get caught up in that money scheme. It's a money scheme, you know what I'm saying? But
money is a lot because you need to pay bills and all this and all that. But at the end of the day, my happiness was just you gotta
put you first. Because I always think about like some major celebrities like what's his name, Robin Williams, and some other major actors and stuff like suicide, like depression, mental health is very important. Like they have money, like they was never worried about financial stuff, but they weren't happy. Like happiness, you got to protect your energy, protect your energy, protect your peace, all of that. So you know, I love that you invested in yourself and you said, bump that, I'm going with it.
Right,
I'm going with it.
You got to, because if not, I would be back unhappy working for somebody else. Mm-hmm. And like I said, the journey is not easy. It's not. It is not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not.
But you gotta
do what you gotta do.
No regrets.
No regrets. You just gotta have a positive mindset, even when the negative times do come. You just gotta stay positive, and it's just you control what you do in your life, and that's as simple as it can be.
Facts. So like moving forward too, you know, like you getting back into your film and stuff like that. Yeah. You're doing short films, like he posts that like every week. Every week. You know, you partner with C.A.L.M who's been acting, you know, has a thespian background. His wife, so tell us about that, the short films.
So like she said, kind of grew up in the theater. Got away from it when I went to college. But when I moved to Atlanta, me and Caleb linked up like 2 or 3 days after I got there. Mind you, he's younger than me. We really didn't know each other. But through kind of like social media, and once I got there, we was like, well, shit, you from Franklin, I'm from Franklin, let's link. Very talented individuals, Caleb and Tina. And that's kind of the journey like that I really want to be in film. I just like creating something from nothing, really.
And you used to do like little monologues, things like that.
And it was focused more on me acting, which I've kind of gotten away from since I've been doing the videography stuff. But like recently, when we started up this weekly project thing, and I started getting back into it, it's kind of like, dang, I kind of miss it.
Yeah,
I kind of miss it.
Yeah.
But so the main reason why we started doing these shorts and making it weekly projects is just kind of to make sure that we putting out work constantly, because it's easy to say, man, we're gonna do this and just keep pushing it off, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of gives us a responsibility to make sure that we're putting out work and we're constantly practicing on our craft.
And you're holding yourself accountable to, we can't lose sight. Let's keep hitting it. Let's keep hitting it. All right.
So and to speak on that, because the first short we did, Brick, with me and him in it, we got great feedback.
Yes.
So now we are actually going to make it a short film to where it's more like a TV series. So it's going to be 5 episodes within the first season, and we're just going to try to see where we can go with that. But we're in the writing process for it now. We got the locations and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about this journey into the film.
Yes, come through. Yes, and you gotta manifest whatever you speak into existence.
Facts.
For real, you really have to watch your words. And people,
people they say this, but I don't think they believe that how strong words really are. Like if you manifest it and you believe in it, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, man. You write that stuff down.
Right.
Yep. It's amazing when you write that stuff down and you actually start doing it. Sometimes I go back. You can go back into your notes or whatever it is, and you'll be amazed about your journey, like things that you've already checked out, and sometimes you forget about it. Yeah. But man, I'm just amazed. You just keep doing what you're doing. So tell me what you know, what consistency got you, like you said, you've been consistent and you're making sure you're doing these weekly short films, right. putting stuff out, you know. Tell me about your growth, basically the startup now and the future.
Well, startup, it was like I said, it was more of a hobby, just to do something to waste time. And honestly, like I said, I've always been a creative person. Never thought I would be on the backside of the camera because you know, growing up, like I said, we was more into acting and stuff like that. But once I got into it and editing, and it was just like, it's pretty neat.
Is it therapeutic for you?
At times, depending on what I'm editing and stuff like that. Sometimes it can just be a freaking headache, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and your work is what's gonna make more people come back, basically. The middle, I would say, just the growth, I would say, would be my work in general, my quality, the knowledge that I've gained since I started, and just making it more of a business rather than this is just something I like doing. Like trying to start to think business minded, run this videography business like a true business, and not just like something like, oh, this is what I do, because I like this is a passion. And I would, like I said, I wouldn't trade anything for it, because this is what I like to do. I can sit and shoot a campaign for 12 hours a day, and at the end of the day, I'm happy. I'm doing what I love to do.
Yes.
And especially, I guess that'll be the last thing, would be doing it for no money, to middle, it's alright, to now it's kind of like, okay, well, make $1,000 a day. And it's like, bro, and that's another thing that made me realize, like, why are you working for somebody else? I can literally make $1,000 in a day by operating a camera and editing. And
doing what it is
that I love to do.
You love.
Exactly.
Happiness first.
Yep. So, yeah, the growth has been real, and that's the thing too, because whenever I do get down or in like a depression state or like a creative block, it's like.
And it's okay, y'all. It's okay to have a creative block.
Right, and it happens quite a lot. It does. But the thing that pushes me back into it is people being like, man, you are dope at what you do. Because, like, you, as the individual, you don't need that confirmation from people, but it makes you feel that much better, and it makes you believe in yourself that much better. So, hearing people say, man, you dope at what you do, like, bro, I want to learn from you. Like, somebody saying, I want to learn this from you, it's mind-blowing. So, yeah, definitely.
You just never know, like, who's watching you.
Facts.
You never know how you're affecting somebody else's life by just doing what it is that you love, you know.
Yep.
So that just, like you said, motivation, to just keep pushing, man.
Got to.
Keep doing it.
Because that's the things that get me out of my creator's block. It's just actually watching my work. Like, I've done sat and looked at the oldest video I've done to the video I've done now, and it's just like, wow.
Do you be like, man, like, how did I put this out?
Exactly. What the hell was I thinking? But yeah, so.
Ooh, growth is necessary.
Yes. Definitely. You got to continue to grow, and you got to continue to learn, and you have to continue to better yourself, because there's always somebody out there that's better than you. And if you if you stop learning, you're gonna get surpassed. Point blank.
So, I know this is not like a question that we talked about, but I do want to ask you, like, do you see yourself collaborating with someone, or who's the ideal person you would want to collaborate, like, actor-wise as well as, like, video? Like,
as far as director, or as far as, like, people that's in front of the camera?
People who's in front of the camera as well as people behind.
Well, I say artist-wise, I'm not, he's kind of, I ain't gonna say he's mainstream like your Futures and stuff, but there's this guy, he's called NF.
Okay.
He's a rapper, but his creative directors in his videos are so dope.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah.
NF. Creative wise, as far as like acting and film, I mean, of course you would love to work with famous actors and stuff like that, but I just really want to continue to work with people who have the same passion I do as with film. C.A.L.M, like, their passion behind what they do is just mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just drives you to go
gives you that
harder.
extra push. Yeah.
Exactly. So I wouldn't specifically say a famous person because everybody would love to have a famous actor in front of their camera for a film.
Hey, let's manifest it. Who's that famous actor? Let's go.
We're gonna go. One of my favorites is Gerard Butler.
Okay. Yes.
Jamie Foxx, of course. Will Smith.
Yes. Jamie Foxx is a chameleon.
Yes. Very talented.
Wow.
Very talented. Even like as far as like music video. I love doing music videos, but I'm trying to get out of the realm of run and gun music videos. I want to do music videos that have budgets, that can build sets, that can come with creative directors that have this story to tell rather than just let's stand in front of a grocery store and jump around and go crazy. So yeah, definitely. But Chris Brown would definitely be an artist.
Oh hell yeah. Skating around, shoot.
Facts. Jacquees.
Okay. And that's ATL, Jacquees.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, just.
I mean, you in Atlanta, they have a lot of like.
I just want to get out of the music realm of. I don't have a budget. What can I get for this? Or, here's something. I just want something plain and simple. Like I want my music videos to make people think. To where it's like, damn, that's dope. That's a dope ass idea, and they made it come to life. I love Atlanta. It's probably it is the first big city that I lived in. There's just so much stuff to do. There's so much culture. So many different types of people. And it's just a creative place. I mean, it's the Black Hollywood. So definitely
that's what they say.
Definitely would love to work out in Hollywood or LA. But Atlanta, I love it. Yeah, I mean, we come from a small town that has nothing. So just to be able to see this, like some people are stuck from where we're stuck, and just to be able to see bigger things that normally you can't see, or just see things that you see in movies that's just like, damn, this shit really exists. So yeah, I mean, I love Atlanta.
Okay. So what's next for C.A.L.M Visualz? Where you see like the, I guess the near future for C.A.L.M Visualz?
My biggest thing that I would love to do, and 50 Cent, he posted something and I reposted the other day. He said, "You're not making money until you're not working and money's coming in." So one of my future plans is to get a studio. I would love to get a studio to where
rent it out.
Yeah, a film studio. Okay. Not so much as a photo studio, but more as film, green screen. You know, your white sites, your dark sites, lighting, to where people can rent and come in here, even building sets. So that's definitely gonna be in the future.
We manifesting. All right, come through. Yes.
And just kind of, I would love to get, like I said, more into the film industry. It's just something about movies, you know what I'm saying? Just like I said, creating something, taking an idea, writing this whole thing down, and then bringing it to life. So film, that's kind of where I want to go into more 2021. I said it in 2019. I said I'm gonna start doing more shorts, and we started working on it.
Come on,
we started working on it. So 2021, we are gonna have Bricks, our short film, ready to go, and hopefully everybody that gets to view it loves it.
Yes. So you guys, I'm gonna have all his information and down below. You can follow him, watch all his YouTube videos, everything. You can stay connected with Mr. Dexter Greenwald and his brand, C.A.L.M Visualz.
Yeah.
And like we do every episode, we let our guests do the toast. And today's poison, Jacques Daniels.
Death, darling. Sound like Cruella de Vil. Damn, girl.
Oh, I get a little heavy, y'all. Yikes.
Whoa, that don't even match.
Okay. So what would you like to toast to, darling?
I'm gonna toast to 2021 being more of a success for businesses. Just being able to say forget any other job that you have, and just
receiving it.
Focus on that dream that you have, the skill that you have, and just owning it, becoming better at it, more knowledgeable, and just having a more successful 2021.
You heard it first. Cheers, darling.